Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Tuesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, where you can watch them on demand. Today is October 8th, 2019, and now the News at Noon. From the Journal, after more than 100 years in a museum in Finland, the ancestral remains of Native American tribes that once called the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde National Park home are coming back home to Southwest Colorado. Last week, it was announced human remains and funeral objects from the ancestral Puebloan people, which were unearthed by a Swedish researcher in the 1890s and sent off to Europe, would be returned as part of an agreement between the United States and Finland. The news has been lauded by Native American tribes who can finally put to rest their ancestors who were disturbed all those years ago. And it sends a message of hope that other remains out there scattered across the globe can one day return. Bernadette Cotter, Director of Planning and Development for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, said news of her ancestors coming home hits hard. For years, people have been looting and grave robbing her ancestors' homes, an act she said her people refer to as spiritual violation. But finally, it feels like there's a push to put right mistakes of the past. It's like an awakening, she said. Any human remains are very sacred to us, and we have to make it right again. And from the Journal, the Fort Lewis College associate professor was arrested on suspicion of arson for setting tortilla chips on fire Saturday at the South City Market, forcing the grocery store to close in Durango. Commander Ray Shoup said Bradley Todd Clark, age 47, was arrested around 10:45 p.m. Sunday in connection with a first-degree arson, a Class 3 felony. Around 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, authorities received a report of a fire at City Market located at Six Town Plaza, which originated in aisle 7. Fire investigators determined a bag of tortilla chips was set on fire, which caused the sprinklers to go off. City Market remained closed until about 2 p.m. Sunday. Shoup said video surveillance was obtained that showed a male suspect starting the fire. The man then went to the self-checkout machine to purchase items using a debit card and a City Market value card that authorities said belonged to Clark. A search warrant was issued for Clark's home Sunday, and he was taken into custody. Clark did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Monday afternoon. Lauren Savage, spokeswoman for FLC, said Clark has been placed on administrative leave, quote, due to the serious nature of his arrest. Clark joined FLC in 2006. Savage said he teaches in the political science department. Shoup said Clark was arrested a few years ago for arson after he set a dumpster on fire. City Market had not given authorities a total for damages as of Monday afternoon. Store managers previously told the Durango Herald the fire was contained to the dry goods aisle, and store employees worked with health inspectors to identify all of the food that is safe to sell. Quote, the fire itself wasn't really big from what I understand, Shoup said, but it set sprinklers off, which created more damage. The fire was doused by water from a sprinkler head, and no one was injured, authorities previously had said. And from the Durango Herald, snow, yes, snow, is in the forecast for the San Juan Mountains later this week. Michael Charnick, a meteorologist for the National Weather Service in Grand Junction, said a strong cold front is sliding into southwest Colorado from the north, arriving in the San Juan Mountains sometime between 9 p.m. and midnight on Wednesday. Quote, it's bringing a lot of cold air behind it, Charnick said. Thursday morning, there's a chance the high country of the San Juan Mountains could receive snow. According to OpenSnow.com, areas around Silverton and Telluride could receive up to 3 inches. The Weather Service says temperatures will drop to about 35 degrees in Silverton on Thursday. The overnight low Thursday into Friday is expected to hover just around 10 degrees. Durango likely won't see snow, Charnick said, but it is going to get cold. During the day Thursday, it's expected to be around 54 degrees. Overnight, however, temperatures will drop to about 16 degrees. Corolla Hanks, fire marshal with Durango Fire Protection District, said it is time residents prepare their homes and properties for winter-like temperatures. Hanks said it's likely many people are going to turn on their heating systems for the first time since last winter. She said residents should make sure chimneys are cleared and furnaces are venting properly to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. She said mobile home owners should also prepare their homes for cold temperatures, like putting up heat tape to make sure water lines don't freeze. Lawn sprinkler systems should also be flushed, she said, and she urged people recreating in the outdoors to take proper precautions. By the weekend, temperatures should rise, albeit slightly. The Weather Service Showers is calling for a daytime high of 63 in Durango and 49 in Silverton. But now let's take a look at our local weather. Today, sunny with a high near 70 degrees, southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, and tonight mostly clear with a low around 43, and southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour become southeast in the evening. So get all your work outside done today if you can. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 71, but it's going to be a red flag day with breezy winds, south-southeast 10 to 15 miles an hour becoming south-southwest 20 to 25 miles an hour by the afternoon. And we're back with the winds potentially gusting as high as 40 miles an hour. Hold on to your hat. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 30, still breezy with a southwest wind 20 to 25 miles an hour becoming 10 to 15 after midnight. So it may feel colder than freezing. And already we've seen ice on the animal water tanks these past few mornings. Then look out for Thursday. That's when a 20% chance for snow showers will happen in the morning before noon. Mostly sunny the rest of the day, with a high near only 44 degrees. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. A frigid Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 19 degrees. Friday, it'll be sunny, but still a high only expected near 47. Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 22 degrees. Saturday, a little warm up. Sunday, sunny with a high near 57 degrees. Saturday night, clear with a low around 27. And Sunday, sunny with a high near 63. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 32. So don't forget to put your anti-gel in your diesel tractor tanks. And now back to the news. Reported in the Journal, Colorado's cannabis industry has had a chief request since marijuana was legalized: give us access to banks. But it turns out that hundreds of the state's pot businesses are already working with financial institutions under the close watch of federal regulators, even though marijuana remains illegal at the federal level. As many as 35 banks and credit unions offer services to the industry that has made $6.5 billion in sales in Colorado since 2014, that according to the Colorado Bankers Association. Most financial institutions are secretive about their business relationships with companies that grow and sell marijuana legally, limiting the number of customers they will take on and asking their clients to sign non-disclosure agreements, said Amanda Average, a spokeswoman for the Bankers Association. They're serving this business effectively, anonymously, she said. Legislation that passed the U.S. House with broad bipartisan support last week and championed by Colorado's Democratic U.S. Representative Ed Perlmutter aims to bring marijuana banking into the mainstream, providing permanent federal protections for financial institutions that choose to work with the pot industry. Cannabis business now are almost exclusively cash enterprises. The so-called Safe Banking Act would allow them to accept credit cards from customers and apply for and receive loans. It also could make the cannabis banking market more competitive, potentially driving down the higher fees marijuana businesses now are charged. There are a couple of institutions doing a lot, but not a lot of institutions doing much, Perlmutter of Arvada told the Colorado Sun last Monday. Here's how things work now. Banks that want to work with legal marijuana businesses and meet regulatory compliance do so under guidance provided in 2014 by the U.S. Treasury Department's Financial Crimes and Enforcement Network. What the guidance doesn't do is shield banks from criminal liability. Since marijuana is still illegal on the federal level, they are technically laundering any money deposited by pot businesses. If the guidance was rescinded, the bank or credit union could be subject to fines. If the guidance was revoked, just like the Cole memo was revoked, there would be nothing, Perlmutter said. Part of the purpose of the legislation is to put it into place, into law, so it can't be revoked from one administration to the other. Sundie Seafried, CEO and president of Partner Colorado Credit Union and a pioneer in marijuana banking, has been working with legal cannabis businesses since January of 2015. The credit union now has about 400 clients in the industry, including companies that grow and sell cannabis, as well as ancillary service providers. She has been training other financial institutions to follow her lead and says she knows of 12 to 15 in Colorado that are already working with legal pot businesses. The Colorado Bankers Association's estimate of up to 35 financial institutions serving the marijuana industry is based on conversations with banks and credit unions, but the number fluctuates. The Financial Crimes and Enforcement Network declined to comment for this story and said that it doesn't track how many financial institutions are working with the marijuana industry in each state. The Colorado Department of Regulatory Agencies also said it doesn't track that number. In Colorado, banks have wait lists of marijuana industry customers. Average said one drops out and another one drops in. The Safe Banking Act, which cleared the House on a 321 to 103 vote, still needs to pass the U.S. Senate and be signed into law by President Donald Trump. The legislation has been 6 years in the making. And from the Durango Herald with CDOT Photo, a revival of the National Scenic Byways program is underway after a bill became law last month requiring the U.S. Department of Transportation to open an application process for new scenic byways, which supporters say attract travelers and promote economic development. Representative David Cicilline, Democrat from Rhode Island, introduced the, quote, Reviving America's Scenic Byways Act of 2019 this past January. The legislation is intended to restart the National Scenic Byways program, which has designated 150 roads in 47 states as National Scenic Byways or All-American roads, one of which is the San Juan Skyway, a 233-mile loop that travels through Durango, Silverton, Ouray, Ridgeway, past Telluride, and through Rico, Dolores, and Mancos. At least 44 roads in 17 states are being considered as scenic byways. Representative Scott Tipton, Republican from Colorado, said he's glad to see the act receive overwhelming support in Congress. The San Juan Skyway is an especially unique portion of highway, offering unparalleled views of some of the tallest peaks in the state and runs through many ancestral Indian Pueblo ruins, increasing interest for visitors to learn the history of our district. Tipton said in an email to the Durango Herald, quote, "You are unlikely to find anyone who is not supportive of promoting these historically and culturally important highways across our country. Scenic byways attract travelers and are treasured by locals," said San Juan County Commissioner Pete McKay, and revival of the program is supported by many. Quote, "San Juan County is absolutely in support of the revival," McKay said. "Scenic byways are so vital to our tourist economy, and we feel that this can only be positive for our county, our region, and the nation." The application process will take place over the next 90 days, and a new round of National Scenic Byways will be designated within a year, according to the bill. Today's High Canyon Country happenings. In Dove Creek, the Care and Share food distribution program is coming up this Friday at 10 a.m. at the VFW. Be sure to bring your own box or bags and your ID. October 9th is the Dove Creek Schools grades 6th through 12th parent-teacher conferences. Progress reports and ACT Aspire tests results can be picked up in the high school or middle school office. Teachers will be available from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. in their classrooms. No appointments are necessary. And join MORP on, that's Montezuma Organization Research Project, for Orchard Research Project. On October 12th, join MORP to celebrate Montezuma County's fruit-growing heritage. This year's venue is Outliers Cellars Fence Line Ciders in Mancos, Colorado. Join them for food, drink, music, and fun from 2 to 8 p.m. The food truck will be the pizza by Sweetwater Gypsies, and live music will be by Loki Moon, playing until 10 p.m. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, so you can look them up for the phone numbers and dates. And we also upload the daily news to our YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to and search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon. And the broadcast is also posted to the general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something that you would like to share or contact us, email us at dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call 970-677-4119, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon Monday through Friday, and then it's available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. We ask that you please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.